Okay. What's up, Best of NES? You guys just saw two ridiculous runs back to back. There's no possible way I'm going to live up to that, but I will do my best. I hope you all are ready for another awesome Batman game that doesn't get nearly as much love. Let me just make sure I'm ready to go here. And I will, we'll take off onto another Batman adventure. And just to start time, we start time on movement in this game, so it's not on the start menu. Alright. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get this underway now. And it's Batman, The Return of the Joker. We got 5. 4. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to tell you when to go, because I realize it doesn't start on here. And we go... now. Alright. So this is Batman Return of the Joker. As you can already see, the sprites are much bigger than the previous Batman. Oops. The sprites are much bigger than the previous Batman. This one is much more auto-scroller slash... mashing based, like big time. This game is way heavier on the mash than the previous game. You're gonna see that on a lot of bosses. In fact, one of the bosses late into the game happens to be a 30 consecutive seconds of mashing. But something you'll also notice in this game coming up right now, one, the graphics are gorgeous. Look at the animation of Batman. But two, it's full of auto-scrollers. And a lot of the auto-scrollers, there's not much to do after you know what's coming up, but you can really enjoy the amazing music this game has to offer. The first Batman music was amazing. This Batman's music is amazing. The graphics on this one is insanely good. This is probably the best graphics on the entire NES. And plus you get the best song in the game right here, which you'll also hear again later. But yeah, you really cannot go on enough about how good this game looks on the NES. The weapon of choice for most of this game is the one I have now. It's like, I would say it's about the second or third strongest, but you get to shoot 2 of them in a spread pattern. Kind of looks like the Fester's Quest gun, but it's really powerful. And right here, you're going to see the mash coming into effect. We can mash him down before he gets a chance to shoot. We get a good mash. Let's see here. Should be good. Ah! Just a little bit short. Alright. My nerves, man. My nerves. Okay. Previous world record holder of this game was Funk Doc. And most of the route is, I would say, still the same, but a bit of it has changed. Specifically the weapon pickups. A lot of the weapon pickups in this game are much more for good mashers. And he's an excellent player with, I would say, a pretty average mash. Okay, we're good. But the big time saves on this game all came from just straight finding or using different weapons and being able to mash very well. Every single boss in this game is a complete mash fest. You need to be able to just machine gun that arm, and it gets painful. Specifically, the stage 4 boss you'll see is going to be really bad. But here's another auto-scroller. Not too much to say about this one. He just flies through this cavern and now it's over. Now we wait for it to be over. But the next stage coming up, 3-1, is definitely the hardest stage in the game. There's a lot of quick movements and a lot of luck involved in this, so here's hoping for the best. It's the snow level. It's a nightmare. Alright, good start so far. Got a pretty tight... oh, we got it. Alright, that's really good right there. That's not, but the first part was at least. Alright. Probably gonna take a safe strat up here. Alright, yeah, we're definitely gonna take a safe strat here. Oof, that's okay. Still made it. This stage is definitely rough, especially on the health. Alright, we got 1 damage boost up through here, which skips this entire section. But now we're only at 1 health for the rest of the stage, so we gotta be very careful. Normally you just jump over there and slide through that guy, but with only 1 health, I'm not gonna do that. Alright, we got 1 more little rough jump here. Spikes are 1 hit. Alright, so it doesn't matter what health you have on the boss. You always get your power rating here. And it's very comic book-like. I think out of all the Batman games, this is definitely one of the most comic book-like in this regard, where you got these big, high, like, animated guys that do crazy stuff like that. But there's another match-down boss. Again, all the bosses in this game are high on mashing. There's no iframe for the bosses, so get your mash on. So, here's stage 4. A lot of auto-scrollers in this one again. We're trying to avoid picking those up. What happens when you pick enough of these up? I guess I'll just get in this stage since I have so many already. I'll show it off. You get to be Yellow Invincible Batman. Yellow Invincible Batman is awesome, but he wastes time turning into him. It's only about a few frames, but it's still a big time waster. I got him there just to show him off and to be a little safe at the beginning of this level. You don't want to take too much damage here, just in case for the auto-scroller part coming up, because if you die in this game, you start at the beginning of the auto-scroller, and that is a huge time loss. This is one thing you do not want to do at all costs. Let's try to duck under this guy. Okay, good. Alright, duck under him. Ah, he did that animation. Still, we're good, though. We're still good. Alright, this is going to be the end. We're going to switch over to the only time you're going to see this weapon in the game. This is another big strat change in this game for this boss. This probably saves over 5 seconds over the previous world record. Ow. This gun normally is very weak, but specifically to this boss, since it's very RNG heavy which way he ends up, this will seek him out. This weapon actually has a seeking mechanism to it, as you can see here. Let's avoid this. Mash this guy out of here. Alright, so we're good now. And you're going to see one of the little issues with this game is just how much free time you have in the auto-scroller. But it's okay, because the game is gorgeous and has great music, right? Looks are everything for Batman, Return of the Joker. No, but for real, this is a really fun game. I would suggest anyone who hasn't tried it, just give it a try. Regardless of the huge sprites, it plays really well. But yeah, the boomerang weapon we have here is the one time you're going to see it. It wasn't in the run previously. It's used now just for this boss. Specifically because this boss coming up, since there's nothing going to be happening in here except waiting for an auto-scroll to go. This boss coming up, he starts in the middle, but he can go left or right when you hit him. Upwards into 3 directions. He can, there's the middle part, left part, and the right part. And the task does it by shooting the C weapon into the wall, which has a big fireball that comes out and does a ton of damage. But you can't rely on the perfect RNG to run. Alright, you're gonna see this boss is just mashed hell. We start here, and we got good RNG to start with. Okay, now we just sit here, and we mash the rest of the fight. As you can see, it's a weak weapon, but the other tactic to do this boss fast, the only other good tactic, is to use C and to charge it up and jump shoot him, but that's really slow. So instead we just sit here and mash for 30 seconds because it's painful and we like to be in pain. Alright. Didn't avoid that guy. Alright, we're just going to continually mash here, and he's going to be dead. You can do it before the fifth guy spawns in the bottom right. But we got hit there a couple times, so it threw our mash off. Still, a good boss. Alright, here comes the other hard stage in the game. A lot of well-timed jumps through here. And slides, of course. I'm gonna wait to get hit by that. Oh, but I tried to jump and it fell into the pit. Damn. Alright, well, that's okay. We can come back from that one. We'll get the crusher here. We're gonna wait again. This time it worked, okay. That was an unfortunate death there. But the stage actually works exactly the same whether you have the crusher or boomerang. So we don't have to worry about that. Alright, that's it. That was the one hard spot on that entire stage I really didn't want to fall in. But, you know, no luck. What can you do? Alright, we want to try to get the boomerang back. On this, or not the boomerang, the needle attack, the N here, the Fester's quest weapon. There it is, okay. And this is another change from Fuck Doc's old route. To where he would also just keep the C, the charge weapon, the strongest, like, single shot, but it's really slow overall. He would keep it for this boss, and he would fight similarly to the boss 4, but this is another one where you can save at least another 5 seconds, even if not more, on just straight mashing. Alright. Oops, that's not how that's supposed to go, but that's okay. Alright, so this stage, this is where another route changes happen. We don't get the yellow Batman like previous. You don't really need it. It's to avoid damage in that part pretty much, but it's not needed. And that's the whole stage. Now we get one last auto-scroller. Because I know y'all miss auto-scrollers. Alright. So we get this tank auto-scroller, which of course has the best song in the game again. This tank auto-scroller is really, really simple. It's a clown tank, because guys just keep climbing out of the top of it. That's the hardest jump right there. I took a bit of a safety, just smacking my head into the ceiling to get past there, but regardless, we're past it, no big deal. But yeah, we tend to sit under this tank guy, the clown tank, where the guys just keep popping out. Tank looks beautiful. Look at that tread animation. You can stare at it the whole time through here. Of the clown tank of the forever. Alright, we're at the end of that one. It's the last auto-scroll over, not too bad. Alright, we're gonna do another mash heavy boss here. One of 2 that still remain. It's hard to talk and mash sometimes, but I'm gonna try. Oh my goodness. You gotta set it up properly to where you can hit him with one beam while he's moving like that. When he steps away, that, and you can walk into it and push more needles into him. Okay, sheesh. It was, you can get him before he gets back to that spot with a really good mash. But it's really hard to maintain it overall with so many different mashes. Alright, we're in the last level now. Look at them clouds, they look gorgeous. Alright, I got the skip there, that was nice. You could actually very precisely jump at that point and slide, and you won't get hit by those things flying out of the bottom of the screen. We're gonna take this a little safe. We're gonna pick up Crusher again, because we want to get rid of some bubbles, and it's for the last boss, really. Alright. Perfect. Alright, last boss time. Time will be when Joker's power hits 0. And we sit here in the corner, and we shoot this corner with such ferocity that it ends up killing the Joker. Now this is what Batman is meant to do. Punching and fist fights? Nah, let's sit in a corner and shoot the hell out of it. And we got time. I'm not sure what my time was. See in a second here. I'm guessing it's right around 14 minutes. Which isn't too bad with the death in it. The old record was 1340. The current record is 1318. Oh, it's 14 flat. Look at that. Alright, not bad. I'll take it. Especially with the death. And then you get to listen to some more awesome Sunsoft tunes. A nice, calm ending. I love it. This is an excellent game. I think it's very underrated. The graphics are really good. They're really nice. The music is really nice. It plays well. I would hope more people pick it up. You mashers out there, people who can mash like crazy, you gotta pick this one up. The softest of sons. Thank you all for the GGs. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed that one because we got coming up for you. It's such an entirely different game.